Alright, look at number 30 on our homework. Start over here on the one-sided. As x approaches negative 2 from the left, which one of these represents the numbers to the left? Top. So, negative 2 divided by 2 is, negative 1 plus 3 is 2. Now plug negative 2 in. 2 times negative 2 is, negative 4 plus 6 is. Since these are the same value, what's my two-sided going to be equal to? Very good. Number 31. As x goes to 3 from the left, yes, this should be, these down here should be negative 3. I'm sorry, guys. These should be negative 3. Sorry if that threw you off. Alright, so Matthew Walker, if I'm going from x to negative 3 from the left, which one of these represents the values to the left?
The first one?
First one, very good, the top one. I'm going to plug negative 3, and that's a negative 3. That gives me a positive 3, double negative, isn't it? 3 minus 2 is 1. Now to the right, 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, plus 7 is 1. These are the same value, so my two-sided is 1. I want the limit as x approaches 1 from the left. With these numbers coming from the left would not be equal to 1, would they? So I'll plug it in this one. So 1 squared is 1. There's a negative. Remember, there's a negative there. 1 squared is 1 times negative 1 is negative 1 plus 4 is negative 1 plus 4 is 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. Plug 1 back in, get 1 again. Overall two-sided is 1. Number 30. Okay. As x approaches negative 2 from the left, so I'm thinking of the numbers to the left. Well, to the left of negative 2 would be, this represents them to the left on it. So I take negative 2, divide by 2 is negative 1. Negative 1 plus 3 is 2. To the right would be this interval. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4 plus 6 is 2. Both the one side are equal to the same value. Therefore, does that make sense? Alright, number 33. Okay. Try direct substitution. What did I get in the denominator, guys? 0. So I'm going to use one of my toolkit straight. Can I factor that? No. Can I rationalize? Can I find a common denominator? No. So I got to use something else. Is this one-sided or two-sided? So I need to plug a number to the left and to the what? So negative 3, I'm going to plug 0 in. Gives me negative 3 over negative 1, which is 3. That is not your answer. That helps predict your answer. It's a positive value, so that means it's going to what? Positive infinity. Now I'm going to plug 2 in. Negative 3, 2 minus 1 gives me negative 3 over 1, which is negative 3. That's a negative infinity. I got negative infinity and positive infinity. I'm going to two different infinities. So what's my two-sided limit? Does not exist. Number 34. I try direct substitution first. I get what in the denominator? I get 0. I try one of my toolkit strategies. Does any of those work? Is this a one-sided or two-sided? That means I got to plug a number to the what? Left and to the right to see what's going on, okay? So if I plug in 2 here, guys, 2 minus 3 is negative 1. A negative 1 divided by negative 1 is what? A pod. I got a pod. It's going to positive infinity here. I plug in 4. 4 minus 3 is? Negative 1 divided by 1 is what? Are they going the same direction? So it's what? Does not exist. Number 35. Always, yes. You just pick a number to the left and to the right. Like on that one, the number was 3 as x approaches 3, so I chose 2 and 4. Number 35. The limit as x approaches negative 2 from the left. This is one side. Okay? First thing I always do, try direct substitution. Does that work? No. Can I use any of my toolkit strategies? No. Alright, so I'm going to plug only a number from the left. What's the number left of negative 2? You can pull up negative 1, you can pull up, no, sorry, what was it? Negative 3, you can pull up negative 3, you can pull up negative 5, any of those. I'm going to go with negative 3. Negative 3 plus 2 is what? Negative 3 plus 2 is what? Negative 1. Negative divided by negative is what? So it's going to positive infinity. Alright? Number 36. I take 3 and I plug it in. Does it give me 0 in the denominator? Whew, you say, praise the Lord. It's easy. What's 3 plus 2? 3 minus 1. That's your answer. Did you?
I was walking by and I heard you ask that, and I knew that answer was right.
I'm so proud of you. We're starting our study of calculus. We're done with PreCal. We're giving an introduction to calculus now. Limits. Now we're about to do a limit review. Mm-hmm. Are there any questions? Okay. Get out a sheet of paper. This is all we're doing. What I'm about to do, you gotta see how good you are at limits. All we do is put one on the elbow and give you 4 minutes to see if you can get solid. It can be a scratch sheet of paper. This is all we're doing for the next 30 minutes, okay? To review. For homework tonight, you have the next 4 on that page. Since you got 4 problems, okay? Does everybody understand? If we run out of time with this game, your homework's 37 and 40 on the same page. Are we good? 240, and I'm sure you can get that done before you leave Thompson High School today, okay? I'm sure you do. You got a couple planning beers, I'm sure. All right. All right. Are we ready? It can be a sheet of paper, old sheet of paper. This covers everything, so you got to just look at the situation, okay? That might be beneficial. Okay. If you can do it in your head, but you're going to write the answer down. If you get stuck, you can work with a group member right now. Like I said, I'm giving you 4 minutes. Let's do 3. Some I give you longer than those. This one was a 3-minute problem. First thing you ask yourself, does direct substitution work? Not. If you go to your strategies. Strategies don't work, that means you got to pick some numbers and plug them in and see the behavior. You know what's going on as x approaches 2 on this problem. More minutes. On top, there's 4 terms. You should be grouping that. Factor and grouping. Factor and grouping. Cannot forget to factor. If this problem's giving you trouble, then you need to review the 0 period. I'm telling you, not being mean, but this one shouldn't give you any trouble. Like I said, if you need to talk to somebody in your group, that's the whole point, is learning from each other. All right, what did y'all get? 4. Did you get 4? Now, I'm going to show you. This is what needs to look like on your paper. Some of us are taking too many shortcuts. Okay? Right here. That's easy. She showed it. Some of y'all are just crossing out this step. That's no. You need to wait till you find the final answer. You could have done this, or guys, what you could have right here, you could have broke x squared minus 4 down to x plus 2 times x minus 2 and canceled both those two from the numerator and denominator. Either way, you can do it that way or the other way. Is everybody good with that? Now, my thing is, don't start canceling here. You hadn't wrote it as your final yet, okay? That's a no-no. Okay, ready? Number 2. This is a minute question right here. What we get? -3. Did everybody get -3? Let's talk about this problem. First thing I do, it doesn't matter if it's one side or not. We always try what first? Correct what? When I do that, do I get 0 on the denominator? So I'm good. Is everybody good with that? All right. Know the limit is x approaches 4 on this piecewise. That limit is a two-sided limit. Since this is a two-sided limit, Grace Strickland, what was one thing you would do here? Well, first of all, you always try direct substitution. We're approaching what? 4. Now, since it's two-sided, you have to worry about the left and right. So I would plug 4 in the left side. What points represent which one represents to the left of 4? This right here. I will still plug 4 in because it does not give me a 0 in the denominator, does it? What's -2 times 4? -8. What's -8 and 8 give you? 0. Now to the right, I plug 4 minus 4 is? Which square root is 0? Did I get the same thing for both sides? So my limit is, does that make sense? All this is on your quiz tomorrow. Then you put does not exist. Because you got two different values. That's only if direct substitution does not work. See, direct substitution worked on that, didn't it? If direct substitution does not work, that's when you have to pick some other number, okay? That's the only time. That's why we're going over. Yes, it can be. Yes. What did y'all get on this one? Thank you. Negative 1 what? Negative 1/12, okay? Negative 1/12. Now let's look. So I walked around, let's look here. You gotta, first of all, you plug negative 6 and it gives you 0 in the denominator. That's a no-no. So, you gotta use toolkit strategy. Factorings, call them a name here. Boom. What's left in the numerator? Now try direct substitution. Negative 6 minus 6 is negative 12, so that's why it's negative 1/12. Do we see that now? Matthew, see that? Okay. Look at that one. What? Yes, you can. Okay. Yeah, but that is you know that. This one should be quick. If you plug 5 in there, do you have to worry about anything? So what's your answer? 3/4. Very good. Are there any questions on that one? Okay, this has got some of y'all stumped, so let's look up here, man. Look up, man. Try direct substitution. Can I do anything? That's undefined. Can I do any of my toolkit strategies? Now, this is when you got to pick some numbers, random numbers. Now, is this one-sided or two-sided? That means you're going to pick how many numbers? One from the left and one from the... You're going to pick one from the right and one from the left, okay? So, what's to the left of 3? 2. I plug 2 in. I get a negative value here and a negative there. What's a negative divided by negative? So it's approaching infinity from the left. You got me? Now I'll plug in 4. 4 minus 3 gives me a positive. A negative divided by a positive is a what? So I'm going from one side's positive infinity, one side's negative infinity. So what's my overall limit? Do y'all understand that now? You've got to be able to know what to do in a situation. You got me? That does not exist. First of all, is that a one-sided or two-sided limit? One-sided. Matthew, what you get on this one?
I didn't get it.
I didn't see anything right now, so let's talk about it. You're going to help me through it because we have a major quiz tomorrow. All right. as x approaches 1 from the right side, first I'm going to try direct substitution on Matthew. And you get what in the denominator?
0.
Get 0, okay. Guys, can I do any factoring here? No. Can I do any rationalizing? Can I find any common denominator? No. So I'm my last draw right here. It's one side, means you've got to plug some type of number in it. I'm dealing with from the right side of 1 on her. So what's on the right of 1, Matthew?
2.
2, very good. I take 2. 2 minus 3 is what? Negative. 2 minus 1 is positive. Negative divided by positive is what? So that means it's going for what infinity? Do we understand that? Is this helping you date all this mixed up so we can see what to do? Now all these you want. When you go to that last resort, when nothing works on, that's when you have infinity or negative infinity, okay? Or it does not exist. Alright, this is quick. This one's a 10-second one. Direct substitution, what's my answer automatically? 7, very good. 7 will be my answer on that one. Okay? Try direct substitution. Does it work? No, go from there. What did you get? What did you get? Everybody, what did you get? This is not all one. I'm hearing one person talk. I have 30-something in here. What is it? Who says infinity? Raise your hand. Who says negative infinity? Raise your hand. Say it is infinity. Now let's look at why it's infinity. Guys, look here. You have a quiz tomorrow now. I saved that quiz from Friday to tomorrow. This shouldn't give you any trouble at this point in time in the game. If I take 2 and I plug it in, I get undefined, which is a no-no. I can't do rationalizing, I can't do factoring, I can't find a common denominator. One side, so I'm only concerned with one side, is to what direction? To the what? Left. What's left of 2? 1 minus 2 is what? Negative 1 squared is a what? Positive. Positive divided by positive is what? So it's going to positive infinity. Do y'all see that? We're going to stop this today. I'm going to save some of these cards for another day because I think we need to do this a little bit every day. I want you to do your 4 homework problems right now. I'm going to go over to numbers 37 and 40, page 11. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes. Like I said, if you had any trouble with this activity today, you need to come to 0 period before the quiz tomorrow. Or go back and watch some videos. Oh, seniors, remember your last will and testament, your prophecies. You should have got an email where we're going to do it electronically. Check your school email. There's a Google Doc where you would type those in, okay? But if you have trouble, you can still type them on a piece of paper and bring it to me, okay? That's due by Thursday. Yes, ma'am.
Can we please have back to Walter and check out, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, let's just have those 4 problems. Remember, you got to submit some work. You need to come to 0 period. We'll find a time in the day that works for me and you. work with your group on this. You'll better understand it. I'm gonna walk around and say, don't. If you need me help you with one, you raise your hand. I'll be more than happy to. Multiply you when you use 2 and negative 1. That gives you 2, don't it? Gotta redo that one. Here. Next, I'm going to multiply to before, add to each side. Minus 4 over plus 1. If I plug a negative 1 in your buddy, that gives you 0. So that means you got to choose a number. That's correct. So you got to move those 2. Anybody else need to move? Look at 1. That's correct. When I plug that's x plus 1. Now I plug negative 1 in there. Let's still give you 0. And you got to pick some number to okay. Okay, you pick 0, right? Now it's 0 minus 1. Okay. So that's not true. Oh, we should have left it negative 1.
So like, when I was 37, when after you break it down, break it down.
It's x minus 1, x minus 1. So it's 2 times negative 2.
Okay, so then.
You know, first off, you understand how to factor. It's got to multiply to give you 1, add to give you negative 2. You use negative 2 and negative 1, which multiplies to 2 when you're actually multiplying to 1.
X minus 1.
1 and x minus 1. Negative 1 and you left 1 over there. So that correct, Matthew? If I plug negative 1 in here, negative 1 squared is 1. 1 plus 5 times negative 1. You just, okay, that's reading all wrong. So be very careful on how you type it in. That's 1 plus negative 5 is negative 4. Negative 4 plus 4 is 0.
Yes, okay. So
Why did you? Because you didn't put when you square a negative number in a calculator, put it in parentheses. You didn't do that. That's it. 39 is 9/8. Because when you plug 4, okay, 4x. You're going to cancel them out. 1 over x. You got to take the value to the what? That's correct. Good. What's the answer? 39. What's 39? On the look at 39. 39. Okay, guys, I gotta go over these. Let's go over these. Guys, we got to come to zero here. I'm gonna start making some phone calls home because we're in serious. Some of us, we can't let this right here get us out. Okay, so let's look at this. Number 37. Eyes up here. I plug 1 in. I get 0 in that denominator. So I'm gonna try to use a toolkit strategy. It's got to multiply to give me 1, add to give me -2. Okay? Factoring should be automatic. Now, right here, I cancel that out. I'm left with 1 over x minus 1. I'll take 1, and now I'm going to try direct substitution. 1 over 1, that still gives me 0 in the denominator. That means now I've ran out of strategies. Since it's one side, I'm going to go to the right of 1, which is what value? 2. I plug 2 in. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 divided by 1 is a what value? Positive. That means going positive infinity. You need to look at these 3. Which number, huh? Yes, it is. 38 is positive infinity. Yes. Make sure you put my calculator covers back on correctly and straighten them up here, okay? See you later. You have to finish those 3 homework problems. Quiz tomorrow. Push my desk chairs under, please. Thank you. Y'all have a good one. Good, honey. You better on? See y'all later. Y'all good at it. Y'all good? Did that review help?
Is it going to be like mostly the infinity stuff, or like is it going to have a lot of the...
Mostly the first stuff. There's going to be some things but not a lot. It's not big on that.
Okay, so it's going to be a lot of like...
You can actually just, yeah.
How many columns is it?
15.